Hey everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So I'm currently on my Korean trip, so a different background, a lot softer because it's quite late. So like my family members, they're all sleeping. So that's why we're trying to keep it quiet as well as quick for this one. Okay, so let's go into the Sunrise Serenade for my free-to-play account right here. So we are currently on the Healing Hub 1 for the Sunrise Clash right here, which is stage 4. So we use our free-to-play account to tackle the 2 different stage quests, as well as talk about the different buffs and teams you can use. So for the very first one, for my stage quest right here, let's talk about the 1600 points one. Okay, we'll go with Sonorous Bell as well as Magic Flute to get 1600 points. So for this one, Sonorous Bell as well as Magic Flute. So this tool, one gives you that additional damage with a little bit of control, and the other one gives you that damage over time as well as that buff with the removal of any control effect. So you just need 1006 for this one. So the artifact is Healing Hub, which means that the opponent has increased healing and vitality. And then this extra healing can trigger once every 4 seconds, and when a non-summon enemy takes a fatal blow, Guarding Melody is triggered, preventing them from being defeated for 6 seconds. Okay, so this can trigger 3 times in battle. So we kind of want to do like damage ticks over time because we have the very powerful Bonnie Tasi combo together with Taylin as well as Damien, some of the most powerful combo units together. Luckily they do not have Thunder Strike spell, if not this stage is going to be a nightmare. And for their abilities, I think Hero Focus is quite important to give them that oomph in damage, but I guess they're pretty much full power in terms of what this combo wants to do, right? Bonnie throwing Decay Switch, our Tasi as well as Taylin buying time, doing a lot of magical damage, and then we have Damien for the heal and sustain, and also like that inbound cut, and also last but not least Fresto for that additional step bonus as well as additional frontlining power. So for this one, since we have the boost as well as the Sonorous Bell, my build is the one which uses the crit resist boost right here together with 2 buffs, one from advanced and the other one from step boost. Yeah, basic step boost. Oh no, I'm using the defense step boost together with the increase in vitality. Okay, so for this build, the reason why I chose increase in vitality is because the build that I'm using for the very first one runs Satrana, right? So for those of you guys who do not know, haven't seen Satrana work over here, let's talk about why Satrana is actually really good with that increase in vitality. So Satrana is boosted all the way to Supreme with EX Weapon 5 right here. And most importantly, we're using her for her Ignite Passion ability, which can reduce the opponent's vitality by up to 60. So effectively greatly reducing the vitality boost for the additional points over the other power-ups. And then we're going to go our Satrana Bonnie combo. So we're going to use Bonnie, same thing, Decay Switch, damage together with the Ignite Passion stack, damage over time, insanely powerful combo. Then we need some heals on our side together with Coco, right, for additional sustain. I guess we're going to go with some frontlining power in Fresto. I think Torrent works as well. Okay, we'll go with Torrent because I think Fresto might not be available for everyone. So I'm going to assume that not everyone might have a Fresto, so we go with Torrent here. Although Torrent is not that popular right now, so this is with regards to this team. And then we're going to use the Storm Strike spell. So we have Bonnie Satrana with Storm Strike spell for the damage with the debuff on the vitality side so that you burst the enemy down. And then we have the sustain from Ludovic as well as Coco with Torrent frontlining with additional lives for more ticks itself. So let's start the battle. Okay, go ahead. One time so you guys can see what's happening. So we have Decay Switch, we have the Ignite Passion debuff onto the enemy from Satrana, and then we have the sustain with that Thunder Strike for the additional damage and vitality debuff. So we are taking Thunder Striking, and then at the bell sounds, we get the additional boost and the control debuff removal right here. Really, really good stuff. Okay, so eventually I think we should be able to take down the Tasi. Nice. Let's go at 3 times. I guess that's pretty much it. So for this one, I think Bonnie need not be at Supreme Plus tier. I guess it's important to have your sustain at the higher tier because you kind of need that heal to prevent yourself from taking from the Bonnie damage over time with Tarsi and Talin magical damage. So for this one, luckily for us, the opponent is not running this artifact. If not, it will be a super duper challenging one, because this artifact over here deals a lot of damage over time with the debuffs to remove your HP with vitality down, right? So it's pretty crazy, but luckily for us, not there. So that's for the first one, 1006. Okay guys, so for this next part, it's going to be really hard, because for the stage quest itself, you need to have both power restraint and factional restraint with 3,200 points. So I did it, and I'm gonna share my build, but I don't recommend most people to do it because it took me quite a while to find this build, and because I think my units are decently built up. So if you don't have my units in your hero pool built up, then it might be not feasible for you. So if that's the case, I kind of don't want you to use this, because this one increases the survival of the opponent greatly by reducing the damage from your wilders, light bearers, maulers, and graveborn by 50%. Basically everything except for Celestial Hybridin. So from a free-to-play player's perspective, Celestial Hybridin is probably really tough to build 5 units for, at least if you're new to the game. So that's going to be the tough one for most people, at least with the lower resources. So in most cases, you need rather go with vitality boost and then use the Sastrana strategy to reduce the vitality of the enemy. But if not, then if you want to go with this challenge, you can try to use my build, but you kind of need your units to be decently built up to burst the opponent down. So we're going to go with the burst build. We're going to try to burst the opponent down before they are able to burst us down. Okay, so first of all, we have our power restraint, which prevents us from casting our ultimate after the third one. Next, we have Wounded Fury. So we're gonna go with this because the enemy's haste increases based on their current HP loss. So our goal is to control and burst them down. So I don't think this is going to be mega game changing if you're able to bring down the opponent faster than they bring us down. So that's for the Wounded Fury side. If not, if you guys don't feel comfortable with this one, because I think this haste boost can be quite big and some people might think that it's massive, then what you can do is you do vitality, or you do a healing together with the factional restraint, and then plus one more below. But it's quite a fair bit of stats which will make your opponent a lot harder to kill, because this mass 70 heal is going to make the Damien heal and Talin heal like crazy. So that's for the like defensive side for the stats bonus for the enemy. So that's why we go with this one, right? We give them more DPS, but we try to burst them down, as well as crit resist boost. Okay, now for the stat boost, we're going to go with basic stat boost by 20%, because this is the lower stat gain overall, maybe except for attack boost, because attack boost actually just boosts the attack. But then if you wanna sort of like burst the opponent down faster, I think we kind of need to also slow down the offenses. So that's why we go with the just basic stat boost over here. Yeah, so without further ado, oh yeah, allied buff, war drums with healing hub right here. So healing hub is mainly used for the fatal blow guard, and war drum mainly used for the unaffected with the attack increase. Actually, to be honest, right, do we want Valiant Horn? I think Valiant Horn is fine, because Valiant Horn gives us the energy and haste boost, right? Okay, I think we're going to go with this one, and then we'll start the battle. Okay, so the previous time was just this full damage burst with Storm Strike, so no heals at all. That's why the healing hub is mainly for that initial additional inbound. So in the place of Lime, you can use Tarsi, right? Tarsi is also pretty annoying in terms of stalling the battle out. So I think we'll showcase with not so built up Tarsi. So my Tarsi is not very built up, but I think her annoyingness should be able to stall us the fight. Do I have a Tarsi somewhere here? Yeah, here is Tarsi. Okay, so without further ado, let's start this battle. Okay, pull the enemy in, control them, root them, prevent them from doing much. Then we have Bonnie's damage ticks with Storm Strike spell. Then we have Tarsi with our own annoyingness. Okay. So Talin gets off the ultimate, unfortunately, but we have healing hub, which means that Bonnie as well as Arden stays alive for a little bit longer. But at this point, we're not able to use our ultimate, which might not be that good for our Tarsi. But I think it's fine, because Tarsi is mainly there for like being a little bit more annoying, a little bit longer. Okay, so right here, Arden's still alive. Really close, really close. But I don't think we have enough damage because my task is not that built up. So I think we'll go with the Lily May build instead, because my Lily May is a lot more built up. So that's why I don't recommend the Factional bonus, because you'll need your units quite built up, at least to the Supreme Plus tier, with EX10 on most of them, right? My Lily May is even stronger with EX25 right here. But yeah, the Factional restriction is insane. I think that 50% damage reduction overall is just a little bit too crazy for most people. So let's say if you're just doing it for the gems, don't use that. Use the other 500 buffs instead. Yeah, that's my honest opinion about that. I'll showcase one run without that thing, and then showcase how easy it is. Right here, as you guys can see, right, we are able to burst down most of the opponent, and then Tailing come back, burst the Tailing down, and then we are done for this fight. Okay, so that's that. So that's how I cleared it. Okay, but I honestly don't recommend you guys do it. So we are gonna do it without this one. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go with the vitality boost instead. So we're done with this. Let's claim the 3002 and then go into battle with the exact same allied buff. Yeah, this will make your life a lot easier because you have 50% more damage onto the enemy. Okay, so we just go at 3 times. Because like yeah, it's just a lot easier being able to hit the opponent harder to burst them down quickly. So that's that. Like it is like, if you can, right, if the other one don't work, then just use this one, right? In terms of the power ups, you're just gonna miss like 2 origamis. So this is the damage distribution in terms of the fight itself. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. Stay tuned for the last 2 Harmonic challenges, but I'll probably release them a little bit later depending on my own travel schedules. But if not, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye guys.